If you would like to see how I made this pink, round, diamond tufted ottoman, keep watching this video. Hello YouTube. I know this looks like a lot. I am going to attempt to make a stool and it's going to be tufted, but you will need some foam for the cushion portion. This looks like, what is she about to do? Okay, hot glue gun, staple gun, fabric, zip ties, magazines, and I also have the 64-ounce juice jugs. Now this was just a part of the idea I incorporated myself because originally I saw this on Udeth Essentials. She is the bomb. She made a stool with some magazines. And I want to use magazines, but I don't want the stool to be like super crazy heavy, so I'm going to use some of these too. So we'll see how this turns out. But then I also have these upholstery buttons, diamond buttons. I have this big piece of cardboard, and I have some poster board. I have a couple different color fabrics in here, so it's optional which one you want to choose. Oh, I also have this retractable utility knife, basically a box cutter. So yeah, let's get started. So I cut out 2 large 18-inch circles and I cut them out with my utility knife. It ended up being too big, so you can probably do about a 16-inch. It's up to you. I'll cut out 2 of them and then I will glue them together. You will need zip ties, which can be purchased from the Dollar Tree. Roll your magazines up nice and tight, and then you will go ahead and close it up with a zip tie. Then you'll cut off the excess of the zip tie. Then you'll continue to roll up all your magazines. I think I had approximately maybe 12 or 13. I honestly forgot to count them. So you will need to add some glue to your cardboard cutout. I use Gorilla Wood Glue and hot glue gun. Add them together, the 2 pieces that you cut out. You can add more if you want it to be even more sturdier, but I felt like this was fine. Now you're going to be gluing your empty juice jugs together with the hot glue. You will glue a total, well, I used a total of 4 to be the center of the ottoman. These jugs are very, very sturdy. So I use a total of 4. I guess if you want it bigger, you can use more. So you just want to get them centered. Now you'll take your large zip tie. It may have been about 20 inches. Those came from Home Depot. Lock those in place. I added more wood glue and more hot glue gun glue. Got it right in the center. And then the next step, you'll start to use your rolled up magazines. Excuse me being in front of the camera like that. And you'll go ahead and start to add them around the outside of the empty juice jugs. I had an even thicker magazine and I used that to go around to kind of close in everything to give it its shape. Then one of my juice jugs was a little shorter than the others, so I tried to level it off by putting that folded piece of cardboard there. Now you can see I'm zip tying it, cutting out another cardboard cutout, 2 of them, to be my top to close everything off together. And my zip tie wasn't long enough, so what I did is I locked 2 of them together to make one extremely large zip tie. So that's a little trick. If you have zip ties that are too little, you can always extend them like this. So as you can see, this looks pretty heavy and it was pretty time consuming. I wasn't exactly sure how this was going to turn out. Put glue on top, that didn't stay. So I made this kind of like latch, I guess, to make this top piece stay on. So that's what I'm doing right here. So I had to make one for the other side. I was just kind of making things up as I went along to see what worked, to see what doesn't work. Sometimes that's how it is when you have these DIYs. Not exactly sure how it's going to go. It doesn't always go like the other videos that you may watch and it looks easy. When you do it, you may run into some problems. But don't give up. You just keep going and you just kind of figure it out. So right here, I'm adding the other little flap. This is what it's looking like. Just trust the process. I know it looks raggedy. So right here, I am adding the 1/2 inch or 1.5 inch foam. I cut it out to the size that I need. Added hot glue and some of the wood Gorilla Glue, just to make sure it stays on very, very well. Cut out some more foam. I want it to be extra thick, so I think I didn't add extra. Well, yes, I did. I added a little bit of extra, those extra little pieces, to make it extra cushiony. These X's were so random. Next time, I will make sure I have neater tufts. Here's the batting material that can be purchased from Joann Fabrics. It was really big. Just cut out what you need. Hot glue that on the outside of your batting, on the outside of your foam material. Now you'll add the fabric. We chose this pink. My daughter picked it out. We love pink. This matches her room decor. And I have my staple gun to make my tufts. Then I run into a problem. So here we are. This was a long time coming. So this is like 3 months later. I could not figure out how to get the staples to stay inside of this ottoman, because I guess I put too much thickness on here with the cushion, but I wanted it to really feel like an actual real piece of furniture. I wanted it to be solid. Okay, so you can probably see I had these heavy duty staplers. I bought so many staples thinking that maybe I bought the wrong one. I had the good big thick staples. They just still did not do the job to make this stay. Got an idea, and I think I did so much research online. I'm going to use my drill, my trusty drill, my Hyper Tough $25 Walmart drill. I went to Walmart and I picked up some screws. They're called wood screws by Bulldog Hardware. And I picked up some flat washers. I didn't know what size to get, so I bought multiple sizes. So out of all the sizes I bought, these work together just fine. You get 25 of these, so I hope that's enough to at least get me going. And you get 45 of the washers. So just to make sure that it worked, I went ahead and did it in the top. So it looks like it's pretty firm and sturdy in there right now. I think the only thing I'll do differently next time is, it's like a little lumpy, so I'm gonna try to figure out how I can get this to be nice and smooth, but I'll use a thicker fabric, because after a while some of the fabric was starting to like tear a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking, and what I'm gonna do is just go around, take out all of these staples. They look so untouched that I probably can put them back in the stapler and use them again later. I mean, I had to have used at least 100 staples and they just kept popping out. So I'll go ahead and remove these. Okay, so I got some of the staples out. It was way more than this. Some of them on the floor, some of them I just tossed in the trash. So I just want to make sure this is smooth. I know there's supposed to be like some type of design. This is all new for me. So I'll just try to make this look as neat and nicely tufted as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my screw, get a washer out. Place my washer on the screw. Go ahead and push all the way down in here. Make sure I'm going straight down, fully charged. put a little pressure on it. And this drill is nice because it has like a little light on it. Okay. So I got that down in there. See, just like that. Now just go ahead and watch me do the rest. I have been working on this for quite some time. It's not perfect, trust the process, but I do have my screws and washers to make this stay, because again, I put so much cushion in here, and I have it nice and zoomed in because I had to have my son hold it down so I can drill in where I need to drill it at. And I think I'm down to about the last one, and I'm gonna flip this over. I'm going to use my hot glue gun, and I'm going to go ahead and cut some of this excess fabric off and get this project completed. Some of the fabric being twisted up with the screw. To eliminate that issue, you just go kind of slow. Eventually the fabric will stop twisting. There you go. You see that? Okay, so I have it flipped over. This is the bottom. I'm just gonna take my staple gun and just try to like cover up this cardboard at the bottom. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm thinking that I want to add some height to this. So I think the next thing that I'll do first, well, first let me go ahead and flip this over and let's just look at it again. You could definitely see some discrepancies here, but it'll get better the next time. You just want to make sure you have your fabric nice and tight and taut here. So I can see where I need to pull it down a little bit more. And just go ahead and... Okay, so it may appear to be just a little lumpy, but it's so comfortable. So I may have to mix and match and improvise because I have these, but originally I wanted to use these. They look a lot better. And this is like what they're used for. Now, all of my indents here, I don't think are going to be deep enough to fit these on here. Or maybe they will. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna start adding on my jeweled upholstery buttons. I'm gonna use E6000, a combination of E6000 and hot glue. So strong. I have my hot glue gun, extra hot glue sticks, and I'm just gonna go ahead, fill that circle up, drop my gem, here is the final result. I had to make a few adjustments. I wasn't able to use the upholstery buttons like I wanted to because they stuck out a little bit too much. So I had to just glue on with some hot glue and a little bit of Gorilla Glue these flatter gems from Walmart. So I'm glad I had those. So it's not perfect. You can see some imperfections here, but I think it's really soft, it's cushiony, it's very sturdy because I put all that stuff in here. So I just want to do one more adjustment. So if you do this, you can leave it like this. That's perfectly fine. And just get the little hot glue webs, whatever you want to call them, off of here. Do it with the color of your choice. And you can mark off your tuftings more evenly. I just kind of free flowed it, but I know it could be a little more, planned out. I don't know. I'm just glad to be finished with it. But I think it came out pretty nice. I want to raise it up a little bit. So I have an idea to use these empty but very, very sturdy baby food cans. I'm gonna see how that looks underneath, and maybe I'll hot glue it, or I'll figure out how to get these on there. So just keep watching for that. So I took some cardboard and stapled it to the bottom. I had to create a base to add on these baby milk cans, and they're pretty sturdy. Finished result. I can definitely work on my tufting, I know, but it is so comfortable. I probably could have added another tuft here, but this is my first time and I did a lot to make this happen. Could have tightened it up a little bit here, but I think it came out pretty decent for the most part. And this I could always take it off. I just really wanted to have some height on this chair. Maybe I'll insert my daughter sitting on it. I thought these little chrome baby food powder cans, baby milk cans, had some shine to them. So I'm like, let me just add those on to the bottom. And I put some extra cardboard to add some reinforcement so they weren't just glued on to the fabric. So it's a little lumpy and bumpy, but it is so comfortable. And I think it's kind of cute. Again, I can go ahead and take these off if I feel the need to. You could just ignore those because y'all probably don't like that, but that's fine. But I think this is decent to have been made out of magazines, some 1.5 inch foam, and some empty juice jugs. So thank you for watching. I hope this video inspired you to make something or to do something similar or different. Put your own little twist on it. Well, thank you all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if that's what you like to do. Bye-bye.